Serie A team set to return to individual training on the 4th of May. Serie A sides will be allowed to return to individual training on the 4th of May and team training on the 18th of May after the Italian Prime Minister announced the first steps in lifting the country's coronavirus lockdown. There are hopes Serie A fixtures could resume between the 27th of May and the 2nd of June, with an end date for the season of early August. However, there was no formal announcement on the possibility of when Serie A might resume, even behind closed doors. Parks will also reopen in the country, which has Europe's highest official death toll. Italy reported 260 new deaths on Sunday, the lowest daily toll since the 14th of March. When might Europe's top leagues return from coronavirus suspension? Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte said in a televised address that players would be able to undertake training individually from the 4th of May. And in groups from the 18th of May, and then we'll evaluate if there are the conditions to allow the season to be completed. He added, "Right now, we need to complete all the discussions to ensure that if we do reach that stage, we'll do so in the utmost safety and security. We are passionate about sport and don't want our athletes to get sick. I'm passionate about football. Like many Italians, I initially found it strange that the championship could be interrupted or suspended, but I think that even the most ardent fan understands that there wasn't an alternative." Conte added that when Phase 2 of the lockdown plan begins on the 4th of May with the easing of restrictions, the social distancing of at least 1 meter must be maintained, and this extends to 2 meters when exercising. The lifting of measures in Italy will be watched with interest by other countries in Europe. In the UK, the government is this week planning to set up the first of a series of regular meetings involving senior medical directors of the major sports in a bid to return to action as soon as possible. The Italian Football Federation (FIGC) hopes to begin testing players for the virus at the start of May to allow for a safe return to training and has already drawn up a medical protocol. For the start of training, each club will form a group of players, technical staff, doctors, and physiotherapists who will be tested and then isolated in a summer-style training camp. There are also plans to donate 5 COVID test kits for each kit used by clubs to avoid the criticism that football is taking away much-needed resources from other areas. Serie A was suspended on the 9th of March and several players tested positive for the virus. The league has insisted it is committed to finishing the season. The FIGC said on Thursday it would push back the formal end of the season from the 30th of June to the 2nd of August to allow time for remaining games to be completed. There are 12 full rounds and 4 outstanding fixtures still to play, with Juventus top, a point ahead of Lazio. There have been voices against a resumption, including Brescia president Massimo Cellino, whose side are bottom of the table. He has said he is ready to forfeit the club's remaining games if the season resumes.